The transformation of Cadmus. Now Cadmus never knew that his dear child and grandson had become sea deities, but overcome by sorrow and his train of troubles and so many warning signs, he left the city, Thebes, that he had founded, as if that city's fortune, not his own, were crushing him, and with his pilgrim wife, after long wanderings, reached Illyria. And now, worn by their woes and weight of years, the two were talking of their early times, the fortune of their house and their sad toils. And Cadmus said, "Was that a sacred snake my spear transfixed, when I had made my way from Sidon's walls, and scattered on the soil the serpent's teeth, those seeds of magic power? If it is he the jealous gods avenge with wrath so surely aimed, I pray that I may be a snake and stretch along the ground." Even as he spoke, he was a snake that stretched along the ground. Over his coarsened skin he felt scales form, and bluish markings spot his blackened body. Prone upon his breast he fell, his legs were joined, and gradually they tapered to a long, smooth, pointed tail. He still had arms, the arms he stretched, and as his tears poured down still human cheeks, "Come, darling wife," he cried, "my poor, poor wife, touch me while something still is left of me, and take my hand while there's a hand to take, before the whole of me becomes a snake." More he had meant to say, but suddenly his tongue was split in two, words failed his will, and every time he struggled to protest, he hissed. That was the voice that nature left. Beating her naked breast, his wife cried out, "Stay, Cadmus, stay, throw off that monstrous shape. Cadmus, what now? Your feet, your shoulders, hands, where are they? And your color and your shape, and while I'm speaking, everything. Ye gods, why don't you turn me too into a snake?" He licked his poor wife's cheeks and glided down to her dear breasts, as if familiar there, and coiled, embracing, round the neck he knew. All who were there, and courtiers were there, were terrified, but she caressed and stroked her crested dragon's long sleek neck. And then suddenly there were two, their coils entwined. They crawled for cover to a copse near by, and still what they once were they keep in mind, quiet snakes that neither shun nor harm mankind. But ample solace for their altered shape they both found in their grandson, conqueror of India, worshipped in the new-built shrines of Greece. Only Acrisius, Abys's son, of the same lineage, barred him from his city, Argos, by force of arms, and still denied Jove was his father, just as he denied Perseus could be Jove's son, whom Danae conceived in that gold shower. Yet ere long, so sure the power of truth, Acrisius repented of his violence to the god, and his rejection of his grandson's claim. Bacchus was placed among the gods of heaven.